Now, as you know that the rising of interest rates hurts growth stocks or hurt the stock market, as this, of course, make the demand in the services that, of course, these companies or companies listed in the stock market, they are offering become lower. Because, like I said, if you look at EV companies or automakers, the people do tend to be hesitant to going out there to buy cars, or taking loans to buy cars, or taking loans to buy even homes. So this rising of interest rates is not only good to the companies listed in the stock market, but it is also not good to the consumers. Now, you remember that in the US, the Federal Reserve has been increasing or rising interest rate, trying to curb inflation in the US. Even here in South Africa, the government or the interest rate hikes have been going up, trying to curb these high inflations. Now, with all that, we read wonderful news coming from China around Friday, indicating that China will be cutting their interest rate. They'll be reducing their lending prime rate, which is something that I personally think that it is a good sign. I mean, this is one of the main reasons which we saw the Hang Seng Composite Index closing up 2%, whereas we saw the Hang Seng Tech Index also closing up 4%, over 4%, which is something that must just show you that the markets really liked the news that came out from China. I mean, a stock like NIO on Friday, it closed trading up on 9.55%, which is something that must just show you that the stock market or those companies listed in the Hong Kong stock market, they really liked the announcement which were made, or which was made on Friday, of cutting interest rates. Now, before we go deep into this topic, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video, and you should not take it as a professional financial advice video. If you seek professional financial advice, you already know what to do by now and then. Otherwise, if you enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, of course, as it helps with YouTube's algorithm. Like I always say, it takes some time to, of course, come with a video like this. Now, as I've said, whilst other countries, including the US, are increasing interest rates, China came in and announced decreasing of interest rates, as they believe that doing so will definitely boost or revive the economy, which is something that I think it should be well noted, and it is going to make the companies, especially growth companies like NIO, to do really well, to flourish, as now they can go in and borrow money from financial institutions to expand their business. They can easily do that and pay low interest rates, which is something that, of course, growth companies like doing that, which is something that, of course, institutions or those securities or stocks listed in the stock market likes to do that, especially the growth stocks. So China's central bank cut this interest rate by around 15 basis points, or 0.15%, which is a very good thing, like I said, as it encourages those companies that still want to grow their businesses to go and loan money from the bank or from the financial institutions and pay low interest, which is something that, of course, when we check in the US, of course, it's something that is totally opposite. It's something that is totally different, as interest rates are rising and making it difficult to some of the companies going to the bank and get or loan the money to expand or grow their business. So the 1-year loan prime rate will be around 3.7%, whereas the 5-year and more prime rate will be around 4.45%, which I personally believe that these are good prime rates, and like I said, institutions will benefit, especially those that really want to grow their companies like NIO. They will go out there and loan money to boost or grow their business, which is something that is really amazing. So this wonderful news that we received from China, it is one of the things that, of course, makes me to be really excited investing into the NIO stock, because I know that since NIO is a growth stock, and of course they are still wanting to expand their, of course, company, they are definitely, I personally think that they are going to definitely go in and take this opportunity of the low interest rates to borrow money to grow their business, which is something that will benefit us, the retail investors, in the long term. Yes, I know that NIO, it's a company that has a very good, strong cash balance sheet, as they have a balance sheet of around $8 billion currently. Now this, though to a company with a strong balance sheet like NEO, won't help by much, but I definitely think that with the plans that they currently have, they can still go in and use the opportunity to loan money to grow their business exponentially, which is something that is incredible. Now, one of the things that I like about the Chinese government is that though some of the people might talk bad about them here and there, support their local companies. I mean, on recent news or on recent companies which are listed in the New York Stock Exchange, which of course there are rumors saying that they are going to be delisted, the Chinese regulators or the Chinese government is making sure that those companies remain listed in the New York Stock Exchange so that they can, of course, unlock or further potential. And they, instead of what the media is telling you to say that they are going to be delisted, sell their stocks, but what has the Chinese government been saying? They've been encouraging the companies, more companies, to even go and list or consider listing in the New York Stock Exchange, which is something that has to make you to see that they are really confident that those companies that are currently listed in the New York Stock Exchange will not be delisted, which is why we've been seeing them having video calls with of course the US regulators, trying to find a solid ground or solid solution that will make those Chinese stocks which are listed in the New York Stock Exchange to remain there, which is one of the things that I like about the Chinese government, which is why I continue to load the boat into a stock like NEO, because I know that once delisting fears fades, we are definitely going to see a massive recoveries in those stocks that are listed in the New York Stock Exchange. Otherwise, I just thought I should just give you this latest content about the Chinese government or Chinese central bank coming and cutting interest rates, which is something that has to be taken as a bullish sign to those Chinese stocks which not only are listed in the Hong Kong Stock Exchange or also in the New York Stock Exchange. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best. But before you load the boat onto this stock, please do make sure that you do your own due diligence so that at least you can be comfortable when you're investing into these Chinese stocks like NEO. Otherwise, I continue to remain bullish onto the NEO stock, and I'm going to continue loading the boat because I definitely think that it is one of the Chinese stocks that will do very well in the future. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in the stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.